Nobody knows where he came from. Nobody knows where he'll go next. They just call him Gully. During a grand feast, a proud and arrogant rich man wanted to humiliate Gully in front of everyone. He secretly piled a huge stack of empty lamb bones in front of Gully's plate. Then he loudly announced, "Look at this. Our Gully is so greedy. Just look at the mountain of bones in front of him. He must have eaten an entire lamb all by himself." Everyone laughed. Gully stayed completely calm. He looked at the rich man's completely empty plate and replied with a sweet, innocent smile. "Oh dear sir, I ate the meat and left the bones. What's wrong with that? But look at your plate. There isn't even a single bone. You must be such a great genius that you swallowed the whole lamb, bones and all. I have nothing to say." The whole table burst into laughter, while the rich man turned red with embarrassment. There was a very proud guard at the town gate who thought he was a genius detective. One day, Gully, the town's cleverest trickster, came to the gate with a donkey carrying a huge sack of straw. The guard stopped him immediately, took out his magnifying glass and shouted, "Stop right there! I know you're a thief! There must be gold or silver hidden under that straw." The guard made Gully unload the sack, stabbed it with his sword, searched everywhere, but found nothing but straw. Reluctantly, he let Gully pass. This happened every single day for a whole month. Gully came with a donkey and a sack of straw each day. The guard searched everything but never found anything. 1 month later, the exhausted guard quit his job. He met Gully at the tavern and asked desperately, "Now that I'm no longer a guard, tell me the truth. What were you smuggling under that straw every day?" Gully took a sip of his drink, smiled innocently and said, "Nothing at all. I was stealing 1 donkey every day. I just put some straw on it and walked right past your genius eyes. You were so busy looking at the straw that you couldn't see the donkey underneath." One day a man met Gully on the road and tried to show off by saying, "I've been thinking about you a lot lately, but I still can't make up my mind about you." Gully smiled calmly and replied without hesitation, "I'm not surprised at all, because thinking is a matter of intelligence, but you've only been wasting your time." One day, a nosy neighbor woman came to Gully's house and said, "Gully, your wife is always wandering around town. She goes out too much." Gully replied calmly, "You're mistaken." The woman insisted, "I see her with my own eyes every day. She's always out walking around." Gully smiled innocently and said, "Well, if my wife really wandered around as much as you say, she would have visited our house once in a while, too." One day the king asked Gully, "Tell me, Gully, which is more important, education or character?" Gully answered calmly, "Character, your majesty." The king wanted to prove him wrong. He ordered the best teachers in the kingdom to train a group of cats for months. They taught the cats to walk on 2 legs, sit at the table, and eat with forks and knives like proper gentlemen. When the training was finished, the king held a grand demonstration. He turned to Gully and said, "Look, these cats are now fully educated. See how refined they are?" Gully said nothing. He simply reached into his pocket, pulled out a small field mouse, and let it go in the middle of the hall. The moment the mouse hit the floor, every single cat forgot its training. They dropped onto all fours, tore their fine clothes, and chased after the mouse in pure chaos. Gully looked at the king with an innocent smile and said, "You see, your majesty, you can give the finest education in the world, but without strong character, the first real test brings everyone back to their true nature."